just 5 minutes early and ready to roll. Just check it's all running. Start streaming. Check. Oh, press the pause. Don't press pause. Check Chuffy one. Press the pause. Don't press pause. Yeah, it's all working. Check Chuffy one. Yeah, it's all working. Check Chuffy one. Yeah, it's all working. Check Chuffy one. Yeah, it's all working. No, I'm just messing with you now. Yeah, it's all working. No, I'm just messing with you now. I'm just messing. Yeah, it is working. No, I'm just messing with you now. It is working. It's fine. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Ganja Kid. This is the stream. I look a bit. What's going on over there? It's the light and the colour because the green screen. So that's not ideal, is it? That's not ideal. I must have moved the camera because now all my shots are out. Look, if I move, that's better. I'll go over there a bit more. That's better. I'll go over there a bit more. Let's go over here a bit more. That's better. We haven't got the chat on any of those. Where's the chat on those, you chuffer? It's on here. Got the chat on. Got the chat popped. Got the relaxing video game music. What we're doing today, the reason that the green screen is going to come into play as well, is we're listening to relaxing video game music. We're doing Mental Health Monday. We're going to talk colour psychology. What? You can't even see the title because the chuffer. There you go. Colour psychology. How does it affect how you feel? How colours impact moods, feelings and behaviours. Oh, and they're all the things, aren't they? My feelings, my behaviours, my thoughts, my cognitive triangle. Cognitive triangle. Colour psychology. Well, you'd spell it right for a start, wouldn't you? You'd put the U in. You'd spell it right, but 6 ways to improve mental health through interior design. What? That's not what you just said we were doing. No, it's not, but I started today to prepare 6 ways to... I was going to do steps for mental health well-being, how home design impacts your mental health. So we're going to start with that. Got a few little ideas here. But look, colours, they've written it wrong. There needs to be a U in it, but other than spelling it, it's in there. So here's a different one. Colours come up again in a big way. So it's no good just to say it, is it? I had to go a little bit deeper. Very well mined, medically reviewed by Stephen Gans, MD. Cognitive psychology, colour theory. Right, okay. That's where we're going then. That's where we're going. One little note before we get started. One little note. This is our YouTube channel, Ganja Kid on YouTube. Been uploading and I will be uploading the Genshin Impact streams from Twitch in a bit of a slurry. They're good. It's not slurry. It's good. But I'm going to a slew. I'm going to be uploading. They're all getting a bit behind because we've been playing so much Genshin Impact, so they're getting a bit behind. So this week there's going to be a Genshin Impact video every day on the stream there. Catch up with the Genshin Impact streams. It's got its own playlist. Catch up with that. We've also been looking at these conspiracy theorists, Tartaria Uncovered. Been looking at that. You know, we've been looking at the conspiracy theory iceberg. Been talking about some stuff. And the other thing that we've been doing in our revolving carousel of content, we are a variety stream. And we've been having a look at Microsoft Flight Simulator, learning to fly a plane, flying over some famous places. So it's all been fun, along with Words on Wednesday. We do Words every Wednesday, where you type words in chat to play the game. It's a simple thing. Words on Wednesday. It's good. It's nice and fun. A little bit of a mental health boost. Words on Wednesday. Check out my indie game development documentary. Look, that's one of the videos. It's right behind my head. Check that out. That's a big thing I did. Check that out. So it's all the reasons there to go on the Ganja Kid YouTube stream archive and check out the previous streams. I wanted to say, I've been doing these conspiracy people, haven't I? The Martin Leakers and the Jades and the Autodidactics and the John Levi's. And do you never guess what? You never guess what's happening on YouTube right now. You never guess what's happening, who I'm subscribed to. And they're doing their thing. I'm not subscribed on this one, actually. Look, I'm not subscribed on Ganja Kid. They've set their... I can't see that it's happening. Where's it happening? They scheduled their live today or maybe I got the wrong channel, maybe it's on the Febs channel or something. They scheduled their live today, right, for 8 p.m. GMT on a Monday. That's the date and time I do my Mental Health Monday. That's when I do Mental Health Monday, every Monday at 8 p.m. GMT. So it's just a bit cheeky because they know that I can't go in there and have a look at it. They're doing theirs at the same time, so they know that I won't go in there. Because I'm not going to, on Mental Health Monday, I'm not going to divert our stream and go in there and start chatting about their funny conspiracy. And neither, do you know what? Nor would I go on there. This is a bit of a jazzy one, isn't it? Atari Mango. It's a bit of a jazzy one. Let's skip that one on. I wouldn't go on their stream anyway and start offering scientific conjecture. I wouldn't start disrupting their conspiracy theory streams and their little parties. I wouldn't. I'm not that sort of person. You know, I'm not here to go and... I'll make my own little videos about it. You know, I'll reflect on their ideas and say why they're nonsense sometimes. Look through my prism at their work. That's what we do on our stream sometimes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Tartaria Uncovered, it's got its own playlist. But while they're running their own little stream, they're having their own little live party, I'm not going to go... Even if I wasn't doing Mental Health Monday, I might go in and look, and I might talk some... I might say some things, but I wouldn't be in there to be like a argumentative, ideas, destructive... knows me. Oh, hang on, I've pressed the button there. I'm just trying to get a hair off my keyboard. I wouldn't really want to go in their streams and disrupt. That's the word, disrupt. So... Yeah, so even if I wasn't doing Mental Health Monday, I probably wouldn't. So they don't need to worry. They don't need to worry. I mean, I might turn up there sometimes and say a few things, but and it might turn out to be disruptive. You know what I'm like. I was on someone else's stream the other day who I thought was getting themselves down a bit of a rabbit hole, getting a bit confused. And I just wrote the phrase, "I think you might be confused," and that to me was enough. I felt like I was being a troll, disruptive. I think you're confused. Let's not be contradictory. Well, you can come here and be contradictory. You can contradict me. I can take it. We can have a chat. You can chat about whatever you want. This is Mental Health Monday. So if you ever feel really down and really... No crashing the party. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I shouldn't crash the party. If you ever feel down, though, and you want to come here and talk about whatever you want to talk about, that's absolutely fine. We are completely happy to do that. The Samaritans is a free phone number in the UK. 116123 for free. If you're having a real severe... What's the word? A crisis. If you're in crisis mode, maybe talking to us on stream doesn't cut it. 116123 for free in the UK. That's the Samaritans. And in the USA, it's 988 Lifeline. 988 Lifeline. And yeah, what we're doing today is we're not crashing their stream. We're competing. Oh, God. They don't even... We're on Twitch, though, aren't we? Not on YouTube, so... We could have a look. I'd have to switch my YouTube account to my other YouTube account, which is subscribed, because I got a notification for it. Can't seem to find it now. Maybe they're not on yet. We're doing relaxing video game music. We're competing. And do you know what? I played so much Genshin Impact this last week and a half and 2 weeks. Down there on my hand, my hand is resting on the WASD keys for Genshin Impact, but I don't rest on WASD key. I rest on WASF because F is collect, nice thing, collect, harvest snowberry. So my hand's just naturally resting on the keyboard there. It doesn't need to be. I'm doing Mental Health Monday. I'm not about to blisters. Yeah. Do you know what? I played so much FIFA back in the day. You should see. I could probably dig out my old Xbox controllers from out the back and. In FIFA it goes diagonally across the screen, so the controller, this is a relatively new one, the control stick was worn out in a diagonal pattern. It was just like worn crossways in a diagonal pattern. I used to wear out the cross sticks. Yeah, so what we're doing today is none of that. We're doing ways to improve our mental health through home design, interior design, and following on from that we're going to go a bit deeper on colour psychology because apparently it's quite interesting. So let's crack on. Maybe this is one where I can actually maybe this is one where I can actually edit this into an episode, because we need to do an episode for the Mental Health Monday channel, which you can find here, which I haven't done an episode for a while, have I? For like 2 months. It's due an episode. So we should probably edit. This will make a good one probably. So I'm going to do some reading. There's a few. Okay, the introduction is. I've probably already done it. We're looking at home design and how it impacts your mental health. We've got some tips and advice from 2 sources, the Science Times and loft.co.uk. I don't know who they are. I think they're a home interior design company. Ethics and sustainability. Interior design. They got services. So they just happen to have a blog post on it. So we're having a look. Their top tip, number 1. Go with a minimalist style design. Minimalist. Got to do the words for me, haven't they? They got to do the words for me. Actually, before we get started, I should do this, shouldn't I? I should do this. This is what I should do before we get started. Bye-bye Chroma. There we go, that's me. Pink. That's what, the room I'm sat in is pink. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. I haven't got much else. That's a close-up shot, you won't be able to see much else. I haven't got much else. There's a radiator behind me. There's a little sofa there getting set up for the podcast studio, a little chair, the computer, the desk, loads of shit. All the boxes, all the wires, everything that doesn't need to be, cups of tea, loads of shit. But over this end, it's quite plain, quite sparse. Colours provided by these lights. They're like outdoor floodlights, so got them off Amazon. They do the job, don't they? They provide that flood of colour into the background. The background's just a white wall, so it'll take any colour, won't it? So I've got a set of buttons. There you go. That's what the buttons do. It's like a little remote control. You can change them up. Just like that. That's how we roll in this room. And I usually set it to pink for 2 reasons. I do a green screen effect, but I want to keep my green hat on and make it not disappear, so I need a different colour. And the camera sees like an opposite of green as magenta. The problem is like my face. I do green screen, but it's pink screen, essentially. I do that. But my face is kind of pink sometimes, so I have to put a little colour effect over. Anyway, I do the settings, I get the green screen, and it knocks it out. That's fine, isn't it? That's fine. But for today, I'm going to have some colours behind us, aren't I? Because we're going to be talking about colours. You like the pink and green? Yeah, I've got all sorts of, we go through the different styles, we go through different phases. But I'll tell you why I've been going pink recently is I've been going pink because I've read an article online, which I didn't find for today's episode, that said pink is good for your mental health. It said a pink room is calming and relaxing and good for your mental health, and you spend enough, like 20 minutes in a pink environment and it soothes you. There was an article about it. It was in a science, I read these science websites or what have you when I'm supposed to be sleeping. So I read that, and so I've had pink for a while. I set the pink green screen pink. Hopefully it's quite calm and relaxing for me. We're going to learn today that there's more to it than that, though. There's more to it. So while we talk today, I'm going to change the background colours for fun. But yeah, it's nice when you have the 2 and it creates a gradient as well, isn't it? It's nice when we have the 2 in the gradient. I like that too. You read a study that pink makes you angry, right? Maybe I've been fucking it up, because there's probably all sorts of studies. To be honest, yeah, today's pinch of salt is we're only going to take a look at 3 websites, and this one has been medically reviewed, but there are probably all sorts of studies. So it might just be a bit of fun, but we might get some tips out of it. We're going to start with the ideas for interior design, though. This is how we got to colour theory in the first place. So let's go. Because I was thinking about the room. The room we're in. I could put up a shelf, couldn't I? I could have one of those streamer shelves. I could put up a poster. I could do whatever. So, should I choose to? What's the options? Let's have a look at some ideas. Okay. Number 1, go with a minimalist design style. Minimalist designs build on the concept of less is more. Everything in your development must have a purpose, or you'll create a space that has no rhyme and reason to it. There are 5 key elements in minimalism that can help your mental health. They are: it creates a decluttered home. Yeah, I'll take that. Do you know what? Having a lot of crap out on the desk, which I have got over there, it does, it makes me a little more, I want to sit down to do my work. I'm a bit more like, oh, where's the, yeah. A minimalist property is easy to maintain, I guess. Easy to maintain. Easy to clean the floor because you can see it all. Every piece of furniture has a purpose. Apparently that's good for your mental health. Minimalism is a timeless style. That's got nothing to do with your mental health. It's ideal if you're furnishing on a budget, yeah, because you don't have to buy anything. Once a home is decluttered, it's easier to appreciate the simplicity and beauty of aesthetics in place. It puts a greater emphasis on what there is rather than what there isn't, creating a calm and peaceful space, okay? One of our design team's favourite trends. This style is a balancing act and it's not easy to get right. They're going to help you to find the perfect space if you go on. Forget them. It's easy to wipe clean. But we also, do you know what? We also, on this other website, because I'm comparing two, we've also got it on here, Avoid Clutter, in the Science Times. It's also... It's one thing to have space in your living area, and it's another thing to make conscious efforts towards avoiding clutter. Many people believe the secret to a clutter-free space is having all the space in the world, but they very soon find out that more space, more times than not, means more clutter. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? They're saying that you think you haven't got enough space for all your stuff, so you need a bigger room. And then you get a bigger room and you just fill it with more stuff. So it's about how you think about it. You need to be creative with your storage options. You can hang baskets, or overtly or covertly around your house, intelligently introduce fixtures and fittings which would ensure your space is and stays clutter-free. It's there though, on the Science Times one, designed for mental health. So this picture's supposed, that's the picture, isn't it? Where's all my stuff? It's in those drawers, probably. It's probably in those drawers, probably. I don't know. Where is all your stuff? You ain't got any stuff these days. You don't need it. Just get rid of the stuff. Order new stuff off Amazon. Don't do that. Order a box to put this stuff in. That's our first tip. Scott's top tips. Top tip number 2 was introduce elements of nature. Now this is something I do agree with. Bring the outside in. It doesn't mean make the inside a mess. We just started on the first tip of not making a mess. Don't make a mess. So top tip number 2. There's a strong argument people aren't suited to being inside for so long. Modern humans evolved from beings that were a lot more in tune with nature. The longing for plant life and interior natural design element taps into the primitive aspects of our DNA. Look, there's a lot of clever words here, biophilic design and mood and well-being. But what they're basically saying is have houseplants or a window box. The other one, making an area appear larger. I know this isn't, everyone can do this, not everyone can do this, but having your windows open, having space so that you can see through to the outside, making it appear that, that outer area is in your eye shot. Like that brings the outside in as well. And I like to think that where those spaces are, if you have a plant on this side of the border, kind of muddies your brain's thinking. That's not, I'm not saying muddy your brain's thinking. I'm saying like if on the like the window box thing, if the window box is on the inside, if you have a plant on the inside of your windowsill, you're bringing the outside in that space, aren't you? So I like that myself. I'm a fan of that. And I do think that as humans, we've got like a natural affinity. I think we've probably got a natural affinity for the natural world. Should do a bit of green look. Come on, you. I think we've got a natural affinity for the natural world, haven't we? Because we're natural beings, aren't we? So having a bit of green, a bit of blue skies, natural greens, turquoise, like neon turquoise greens. Having a bit of green, having a bit of blue, having a bit of nature, a few plants. It's there on the list. Is it on this list, the Science Times? Well, they've got a big window. You can see all the trees. Too many pillows, though. You're right. The air filters your... the plants filter the air in your house. Yeah, that's a good point. They pump out the oxygen when you're not looking. Have they got that here, then? Windows and natural light. That's kind of what I was saying. Walking into a well-lit space is a great way to improve your mood. Natural light can reduce depression, uplift your spirits, and make you feel refreshed. That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? Also, if you have a small bathroom, allowing natural light in is beneficial to make a bathroom look bigger. Smash a hole in the wall if you've got a bathroom, or leave the door open. Simply install large windows or skylights. That's not possible for everyone. Spaciousness. Rooms with space are better than cramped ones. That's not And it's good if you know that you want to choose the biggest room. Great, everyone wants the biggest room though, don't they? So spaciousness, but maybe spend time in the more spacious rooms and spaces if you're feeling down. Spaciousness. Here are flowers and plants. Adding a touch of nature to your bathroom design is a good way to improve mental well-being. Not just bathrooms, mate. We're talking all rooms. This one's just talking bathroom. Is this one just talking bathroom? Design for well-being, how home design impacts you. No, not just bathrooms. Don't know why they got into bathrooms all of a sudden. Look. Bathroom design. They might have copied and pasted that from somewhere else. They've got, oh look, that's bathroom design there. They've got a page on it. They've got a separate page for bathroom design. It's someone's Pinterest. What's going on there? That's really weird. Okay, but we can have a look at the pictures, can't we? I suppose. You know, there's no harm in looking at the pictures. There they are. They're the pictures. I can't see any with any plants. There's not many plants. So I'm not down with that. Leave that alone. But yeah, we've corroborated that. We're going with nature inside and out. Number 3, let there be light. Well, we just saw that on the other one. While we're on the subject of nature, natural light is one of our best friends. So yeah, you might not realise it, but sunlight's great for making a space feel less confined. There you go. When designing a property, well, we're not doing that. Skylights and bifold doors. That's not the choices we're making. We're just like, you know, trying to decorate a room to make it a little nicer for our mental health. So if we can increase the light, all the better. Maybe take down those big, heavy drapes. But then we got on to look, think about the colour scheme. Oh, wait, we won't do that yet. Don't look at the colour scheme yet. Don't look at the colour scheme yet. There's only one more on this science time. You see I'm jumping back and forth between them. It's confusing, isn't it? It filters the air in the house to nice plants. Yep. I'm on the... Look, I'm so on the chat. I'm reading the chat from a minute ago twice. Art on the wall. Number 5. This is one of my favourites. Now, you can't see it and no one ever can. But there is a great big Gustav Klimt print on the wall up there. We got it from the Tip. Me and my mum. We went to the Tip and we got the great big Gustav Klimt prints. They're in the Tip shop. They were nice. Grabbed them, stuck them up on the wall. It's up there anyway. I can't show it you though because I haven't got the webcam attachment to mess about with it. But it is up there. So I do live with art on the wall. And I do think that it's important to kind of rotate and change it sometimes as well. We've got some really good paintings from my mum's boyfriend's brother, like my step-uncle. My mum's boyfriend's brother, he was an artist and he painted Navin. And I've got, and Ruby, and we've got those paintings in our like living area in there. So I have got some art on the walls. And upstairs, I used to have it up in here, but I've got a little painting that when I was in the Art Society, a nice chap did it, and I was doing the video for the Art Society, and at the end of the exhibition it hadn't sold, and he gave it me, and it's this cool painting, and it's like very dark on the one side, and it's this woman looking like pretty cross. I like it. So yeah, art on the wall. Decorating your space with beautiful and creative artworks is another way to improve your mental health. If you're an art enthusiast, adorn your room with various artworks that make you feel good. Whether it's a painting, sculpture, glassware or pottery, viewing art is a soothing activity that reduces anxiety, depression and elicits emotions. So you are going to know what you want on your walls. Maybe though, experiment with something that, because those Gustav Klimt prints, they were not the sort of things that I would put on my walls, but they happened to be there for £4. I was at the Tip and it was like, why throw that away? Like, that was great. I'll put it up. So I used to get a lot of paintings, and I used to get the frames from art gallery. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is I used to go to charity shops and get the frames, but inside was pieces, and I'd just use the frames in the hairdressing salon that I used to run to frame other notifications and posters. But I'd be getting these other art pieces, and I think that's a shame that goes away, never goes on the wall. But you know, you might go to the charity shop and grab yourself a nice cheap piece of random art, get it up. You've got tigers in a tropical storm. You see, yeah, you can go for any sort of thing. A painting of your fur, but yeah, it was. We were lucky. He's sadly dead now, but he produced a wonderful piece of art that I'm going to keep forever. Yeah. And it is a good idea, actually. I'll tell you what, when Ruby died as well, my dad he commissioned another artist to make a painting of Ruby, and it's really good. So we've got two different, like, I like my painting of Navin that Cliff did. I think it's it feels like Navin. It shows a lot of his. I'll bring it onto stream sometime. And yeah, I think getting a painting of your beloved animals is a good idea. I think it is. Sometimes it makes me a bit sad to think what will happen to it after me. Like maybe I need to have a few kids and need to have a few grandkids to pass that on to. Keep this safe. it was your granddad's dog, but yeah, like get some art, stick it on your wall. It makes you feel. You see, already we're talking about deeper things, aren't we? Just from thinking about art. So it does, and it reduces anxiety, depression, and elicits emotions. Obviously, not everything. Some's going to make you feel. Some art can make you feel. This is what we'll come on to with colour theory. Maybe some art can make you feel a bit. Maybe it can make you feel a bit down. Maybe it can get you thinking about things that you don't like. So you've got to be, careful on your choices. Maybe. But that's the final one from the Science Times. We're going to do these final two. Forget about the order now, 5, 6. Forget about the order. We're going to do these final two, and then it'll get us on to colour psychology, which is what I really want to talk about. Number 5, make room for company. Many people feel lonely or isolated, especially those who live alone. At Loft, which is the website that I happen to be using, so fair play, I'm using this that you wrote on October the 15th, 2020. I'll give you your dues. Get your little plug-in. One of our specialities is creating spaces that open up opportunities for social interaction. It's a good idea though, isn't it? Open up the opportunity for social interaction. If you aren't prepared for guests, then when guests do come round, it might not seem like the nicest place for guests. So open them up, do some seating to help form close bonds and get people to speak to each other. I've actually got the seats. The first thing I did for the podcast was get the seats. The last thing I've got to do is the 4K camera second shot. And then we're well away. I'm actually in process of thinking about Zooms this week as well. But anyway, look, we've been playing so much Genshin Impact, everything else has taken a backseat. Number 6, remember to add a touch of luxury. When all is said and done, everyone wants to live in a nice home with tasteful decor. Old furniture that lacks style, comfort and quality can affect the mood of your residents. Ooh, hang on though, you don't have to buy brand new stuff. Antiques are nice as well, and make something last a bit. I know what you're saying though. Something raggedy and scraggedy and smelly isn't going to be pleasant for other people. So I get that. And they say luxury doesn't mean a high price tag. They've got a lot of good furniture that's luxury and affordable. That's what they're saying. But yeah, I would agree though. Smarten the place up. Add a touch of luxury. I think also goes for you. Like luxury rug, there you go, that's the same. Like luxury rug is nice. I think we've all got an item that we kind of think, oh, I wouldn't mind one of them. For me, the only thing that I don't own that I really, I shouldn't say things like this on the internet, because then like I'll end up, and like you say things and then like someone might buy it you for Christmas and you're like, why did you buy me that? Oh, you said on the internet once. Oh shit, did I? But I like glass. I mean, I know I don't need to own it, but I like glassware. I like looking at it in museums. I like looking at the way clever glassware is made, and I like glassware. And if I was a millionaire, I might have a nice little cabinet of some, vases or some shit. Now, if I was a millionaire, but I'm not, so I don't. And but there's just that one thing, like how they have the streamer shelf behind them. Do you know what I mean? I could have a nice piece of Murano glass, and that'd be weird. But I think it's my great aunt. Hang on, is she my auntie or my great aunt Lily? She used to have a cabinet with glass items in. She had clowns and such, and we weren't allowed to touch them. So this blown glassware, like we all have like a couple of items. Like Dad and his Georgian glass, yeah. Dad likes Georgian glass, doesn't he? But Dad likes all sorts of things. He has phases of different things. He's got a fucking parrot. But yeah, like if you have one item, though, if you buy one nice vase, you put that there. It's like, oh, you don't have to fill the room with fucking vases, but you could have one nice vase, and that's your luxury. Add a touch of luxury, and then for some of the like, it might be a computer or a PlayStation 5 or your favourite mirror or like you Snippy Snip said, a rug, But yeah, it's nice to, if you can't have everything, you're not gonna, we're not gonna Elon Musk it. I'm not gonna be having a solid gold, white, clean sofa with Amber Heard's cocaine left down the back of it. But I could, I could get myself a nice telly. Add whatever touch of luxury you feel that is the thing that you want, though. But don't be like put off by doing a nice little touch for yourself, eh? Don't be put off that. That's a good idea. Although, it totally contravenes top tip number 1, which is go with a minimalist design style, doesn't it? They're cushions, that's their touch of luxury, that's all they're allowed. It totally contravenes that. Don't add a touch of luxury, remove everything, put it in drawers. Luxury drawers, fine, Tesco Finest drawers. I don't know. But the one tip that we didn't look at that is here, think about the colour scheme. Ooh, you didn't think about that, did you, chuffers, when you were doing your interior? You didn't think about no, of course you did. That's the first thing you did. That's the first thing you did. Because everyone's like, oh, I love it green. Oh, we'll move into here and we'll knock it through and then I'll paint it up. That's supposed to be red, but it's just the colour balance on the camera is set for the green screen, so it looks orange, but trust me, it's red. Orange then, orange. We'll have it orange. I like orange. I'm going to paint that orange. That's the first thing you do, isn't it? Think about the colour scheme. The psychology of colours is a significant aspect to interior design. Some shades can make us angrier. Ooh. Sadder. No. More depressed. No, I don't want that. On the flip side, other colours can make us happier. Oh, thank Chuff for that. Calmer. That's where we want to go. More thoughtful. Hang on. Muted colours, such as tan and beige, work well with biophilic designs to make a space feel brighter, airier, and relaxing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. The music. The music. No. It's going to do it to me now. The music. Can you hear the music? You chuffer. You chuffer. I can't let that play. I'm going to have to skip that one. That's the sound of the universe ending in the Outer Wilds. We're going to have to play the Outer Wilds together on stream soon. I'm going to have to set it up and we're going to have to play the Outer Wilds. That's the sound of the Outer Wilds, that music. And they just put it in the music on the relaxing game music. And I really like it. It's like a moment in the game. We're going to have to play it together on stream. We're going to have to play it together on stream. It made me sad. It did. It made me a bit sad, yeah. Relaxing game music made me sad. It's an incredible... it's an incredible game. We're going to have to play it together on stream sometime. I have to build it up. We have to make sure that we're all there because there's no point in me playing it. Hey, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? Get a PlayStation. Fuck off. Get off you. Right. We're going to have to... there's no point in me playing it because I've already played it. But we have to play it. You have to make the decisions and I have to do the controller. It's probably the best one to get Jay, my sister. What we have to do is I'll be here on the computer doing the controls and she can just be talking and navigating. We could probably do that. But we have to do a stream where it's co-op. Other people, you snippies, you know, other people in chat directing it. So you go through the experience of unlocking the mysteries and having the thoughts. Like, there's no point in me just doing it and saying, oh, this is where you go, this is round here, you go up there. You know, you need to discover things for yourself in that game. And so it needs to be, yeah, it absolutely needs to be done in a co-op. Like, I want the stream to have that experience. I've already had that experience, so I can't just play it again and be like, yeah, here, look at this. So we need to do it as a cooperative event thing. This. Is that working? I don't know. Anyway, look, blue's one of the main colours. You're going to... Oh, blue. Blue, yes. Yeah, blue. I'll tell you what, another one of the main colours, red. Big on the old... You know, big cheese in the colour world, red. Isn't it? A big cheese in the colour world. They have yellow as well. They go for a bit of yellow. People like yellow. Beige. So... Your hair's kind of cashmere, does that count? Well, you can't see it unless it's always in front of your face. This is about the colour of the rest of the world around you, so unless you've got mirrors, maybe mirrors. But what they said is because they've got a good point. If you're going to start with plants, if you're going to bring the outside in, you want to start with that. Maybe beige and browns but I'm saying no. I thought the whole point was to have fun colours. Where are we on the colour wheel between angrier, sadder and more depressed with beige? Just doesn't sound fun, does it? So, colour psychology. How does it affect? How does it make you feel? They've written a little bit of... I'll read it. Go on then, I'll read it. Do you feel anxious in a yellow room? Does the colour blue make you feel calm and relaxed? Artists and interior designers have long believed that colour can dramatically affect moods. Imagine this. Imagine, starting on a close-up of me with the colours behind me. Do you feel anxious in a yellow room? Does the colour blue make you feel calm and relaxed? Cut to me walking now towards the camera and it panning back to reveal like a wider shot. Artists and interior designers have long believed that colour can dramatically affect moods, feelings and emotions. Colours, like features, follow the change of the emotions. The artist Pablo Picasso once remarked. Cut to like me with a like something that like probably a great big Picasso then maybe or something, I don't know, or no, maybe because reading what into this more, cut to me underneath traffic lights, walk don't walk, red green. Colour is a powerful communication tool and can be used to signal action, influence mood and even influence psychological reactions. Cut to a prostitute in a red light thing looking upset because she's just got robbed for her money. Certain colours have been associated with increased blood pressure. Cut to red pumping on the stereo alerts in a hospital. Increased metabolism. Cut to someone on a bike, on a really brightly coloured bike, pumping away on the bike, and eye strain. And then take that image, that montage that just happened, and just shrink it down tiny in the middle of the screen so now you can't see it. And eye strain. So how exactly does colour work? How is colour believed to impact mood and behaviour? We asked Michaela Woods to find out. We haven't got Michaela Woods. I made her up. She doesn't work on the show, so we're going to have to carry on with me. Your hospital's all blue and it feels medical. See, they're going to be. Maybe that's a choice. Maybe they want it to. We're not going to read about Isaac Newton and the prism now. We're not going to learn about how green and magenta cancel each other out and result in mixed white light. That's too much science for me. I want to know about the science of the colours. So what they've handily done is that they've given us some start points and then they've given us a list of the colours that we can click on. So what? Right, okay. Colour psychology as therapy. Right, okay. Your feelings about colour are often deeply personal and rooted in your own experience or culture, someone says. So bear that in mind. That's the pinch of salt as well. It can be your own rooted experience or culture. Other cultures might see red as being like calming, whereas you see it as like alert. For example, the colour white is used in Western countries to represent purity and innocence. It's seen as a symbol of mourning in many Eastern countries. So don't turn up at the funeral in the wrong colour. Depending on where you live. The psychological effects of colour, so we're going to get onto that. That's what we want. Several ancient cultures, including the Egyptians and Chinese, practiced chromotherapy, or the use of colours to heal. They keep spelling it wrong, so it's really going to annoy me. It's really going to annoy me. And up there, ready to take off with Iron Man? No. I don't want to... I'll remove that from my stream, thank you. Right, red. Colorology is still used today as a holistic or alternative treatment. Holistic or alternative. I'm not advertising holistic or alternative treatments. Let's just say what they do, and I'll just say what they do. I'm not advertising holistic and... Seems fucking stupid to me. Holistic. Red is used to stimulate the body and mind to increase circulation. But we've got orange because... I might be able to change it in the edit though. Red is used to stimulate the body and mind to increase circulation. Yellow. Yellow. Piss yellow. Piss yellow is thought to stimulate the nerves and purify the body. Orange, which we had then. I had that. Keep going over there to do that. Orange is used to... I've got the buttons, right? But I like to lean really close to the lights so that they know that I'm pressing the buttons. There's no point in having a remote control if you don't go near the telly when you do it, is there? Orange is used to heal the lungs and to increase energy levels. I mean, that's just stupid, isn't it? Orange isn't going to heal your lungs, just being in the colour orange. Blue... Fucking load of nonsense this is. Blue is believed to soothe illnesses and treat pain. So there you go. You've got pain, you've got a hospital, paint it blue. That's probably why. Indigo, which is this... really. Indigo shades are thought to alleviate skin problems. So if you've got a rash, rub some purple on it. Stupid, that's fucking rubbish. Modern research on colour psychology. Now this is better. This is better. Most psychologists view colour therapy with scepticism and point out the supposed effects of colour are grossly exaggerated. Colours also have different meanings in different cultures, so it can't be that orange is good for your lungs, because in a different culture, orange is bad for your lungs, so they can't both be right. Research has demonstrated in many cases that the mood-altering effects of colour may only be temporary. A blue room may initially cause feelings of calm, but the effects dissipate after a short period of time, so you have to keep painting your room different colours every day. However, which is what I've got with this. No sooner as the effect of the colour started to take effect, I can just change it and now it's a new change. So that's what you need. You see a lot of purple and indigo on your neuro units. At least that's what you think you do. At least that's what you think your brain's telling you. Don't get confused. On the neuro units. Perhaps that's the effect of the MRI scanners getting out of the room. That's the effect of the MRI waves coming out of the rooms. I see a lot of glowing nuclear around the X-ray room. I see a lot of glowing UV nuclear colours. Look, there's some research though, right? Existing research has found that colour can impact people in a variety of surprising ways. I'm willing to trust that this has been reviewed by Stephen Gans MD. He's put his picture up here. He's a board certified psychiatrist, teacher and mentor at the hospital in Massachusetts. So I'm willing to trust that is really his verification, and that this studies that you can click the buttons of effective drugs, systematic review of perceived effective drugs, British Medical Journal, 1996. You can go and see the studies. These are real. Warm coloured placebo pills were reported more effective than cool coloured placebo pills. So that's close to rubbish. Blue coloured streetlights can lead to reduced crime, according to anecdotal evidence. So that's just rubbish. Because what that'll be is that blue coloured streetlights are more modern LEDs, and you know the older, more incandescent bulbs would probably give you a more warm streetlight. So blue coloured are probably more fluorescent, more LED based colours. And the people that have got the more modern streetlights are the people whose councils and local authorities are spending more money keeping the streets nice and clean and putting streetlights in. And the people with the older streetlights, or the shitty streetlights, or the darker, dimmer streetlights where you can't see in the dark shades, or there's probably that aspect as well. But, you know, the councils don't care, so they've got bad crime areas because the councils don't get, like, there's other reasons. The more affluent councils will have more affluent residents, they'll have blue coloured streetlights and reduce crime because of other reasons as well. So you can't correlate that. That's just silly. Red causes people to react. What's going on with today's episode, you know? Red causes people to react with greater speed and force, something that might prove useful during athletic activities, according to researchers. Perception of the colour red enhances the force and velocity of motor output. Experiment 1 demonstrated that red relative to grey, matched to red on lightness, facilitates pinch grip force. Experiment 2 demonstrated that red relative to grey, matched on lightness, and blue, matched to red on lightness and chroma, facilitates hand grip force and the velocity of that force. What? So you did a study. Get access. I'm not buying it, you fucker. You did a study, that should be free, that should. You did a study, I don't know exactly how, to measure human hand grip force relative to colour. And it turned out red is better. So do you know what? The chuffers, I support Birmingham City and we play in blue. So maybe we're shit because we play in blue. Maybe red teams, red sport teams have an advantage. I don't know, do I? What am I supposed to know? That's what it's telling me here. Black uniforms are likely to receive penalties. Additionally, students were more likely to associate negative qualities with a player wearing a black uniform, according to a study that looked at historical data of sports teams and the way they were dressed. So there you go. It's just looking at the stats as they are, and the teams that play in black are more likely to receive penalties or penalty points. So that's just a study. So don't wear black. People are going to start penalising you. Certainly if you're sporting. Colour can influence performance. Studies have shown certain colours can have an impact on performance. No one likes to see a graded test covered in red ink, but one study found that seeing the colour red before taking an exam actually hurt test performance. Ooh, so it's good for sports and it's bad for... This is confusing. Don't look at red things before your exams. It's impossible. Colour and consumer purchases. They've done a lot of study on this. White. As many of our readers suggested, the colour of white can feel fresh and clean. The colour is often used to evoke a sense of youth and modernity. Black, it's a powerful colour, which might be the reason why black is the most popular colour for luxury vehicles. People often describe the colour as sexy and powerful, mysterious and even ominous. Silver, it's the third most popular colour for vehicles and linked to a sense of innovation and modernity. High-tech products are often silver, so the colour's linked to things that are new, modern and cutting edge. I should paint my face silver for stream. Silver. So I should give myself a silver name, like Silvername, who plays Hearthstone. He's called Silvername. That's his name, Silvername. Who's on first? Silvername. What do you mean Silvername? Ganji Silver Kipper. Ganji Silvers. Red. I actually preferred the silver. Anyway, look. They get hot and black, they're cranky. See, there could be another correlation, couldn't there? It could be that. But you see, I always wonder about this, because white reflects the heat, doesn't it? So white is supposed to be cooler in white. But black radiates it better. So it will dissipate the heat out of you quicker. Mind blown. We'll have to do experiments. They probably have done. Silver is the third most popular colour, linked to high-tech things. Red. Here's red again. Red keeps coming up. Told you it was a big cheese. Dreaming of a red vehicle. Oh, I haven't done the colours behind me. Dreaming of a red vehicle. This is obviously from some car people, isn't it? Where have they got this from? Colour psychology. Could the colour of car you buy relate to some underlying personality traits? This is just conjecture. It doesn't say where it's come from. Having a red car might mean you want to project an image of power. Blue is the colour of stability and safety. Driving a blue car might indicate you're dependable. Yellow, according to the experts, stinks of piss, and driving a yellow vehicle might mean that you've got pissy pants, and in general, perhaps a bit more smelly of piss. I didn't write it. I did actually, that came out of my brain. Really, it said yellow. According to the experts, driving a yellow vehicle might mean you're a happy person in general, and perhaps a bit more willing than the average person to take risks. So if you see a yellow car on the highway, avoid it, because those yellow drivers, they're risky. They're happy-go-lucky, not risk-averse, but risk-prone. Stay away from them. Red cars get more tickets. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Because they go faster. So, red cars go faster. And when they got the stripe, they go even faster than that. That's what gets you the most tickets, a stripe. Probably a red stripe on a red car, you wouldn't be able to afford it. That's Elon Musk should be listening to me. I always mention him, so he should be listening. Elon, if you're listening, make your batteries last longer by putting a red stripe on them. Grey, and make the cars silver. wait. Elon, make your new Teslas silver because new, modern, cutting edge, but also have some black accents on it because it's a powerful, sexy colour. But make sure you evoke that sense of youth and modernity with a white stripe, and you're probably going to want a red stripe too because it's bold and attention-getting, powerful, confident. But overall, you're going to want to put a blue wash over all of that because you want to be dependable and trustworthy. But happiness is important to people too, so we'll have yellow seats because we don't want people to swerve us on the motorway. We'll have yellow seats. Don't put them on the outside. Interior, yellow interior, but with grey as being a standout feature. Make sure they can choose to have that in grey. The experts suggest that people who drive grey cars, this is you Snips with the grey in the house, don't want to stand out and instead prefer something a little more subtle. A little more nuanced, a little more subtle. Is that grey or is it a very, very dark blue? Is it grey or is it a very, very dark green? It's a little more nuanced and subtle. So there you go. Of course, the colour selections we make are often influenced by factors like price. So if the red car is the cheapest car, you're going to have that one. Just shut up. So that was their offers of ideas. But they've done this. They give us all the colours. Maybe not all the colours, but a list of some colours. So which one do you want? Which one do you want? We've got all the colours here. Roll up. Step right up. It's interactive time. It's time for the interactive element of the stream. It's time for the interactive element of the stream. It's time for the interaction to take place. You have, what do you mean want for what? Just you say a colour and we have a look at what it means. We go deeper down the rabbit hole. We're going to press all of them, so it's just whatever order. Select a colour from below to learn more about the effects. So, black, white, red, blue, green, yellow, purple, brown, orange and pink, and they are all the colours. Purple, okay, we'll go straight in at number 1, purple. What does the colour purple mean? Look at it all. Look, wealth, royalty, mystery, imagination. Ooh, it's a combination of blue and red. So maybe that matters. It's a royal colour. Purple's associated with wealth and royalty because the rich were the only individuals who could afford such expensive purple items. Because purple is... creating a dye in purple is much harder to do. Because when you start mixing your blue and your red, you start getting all sorts of colours. The colour purple means wisdom, bravery and spirituality. It's a spiritual colour, so brave, wisdom, rich, all the good things that you want, really. Different shades of purple have different spiritual meanings. The light purples can be light-hearted romantic energies, while darker shades can represent sadness and frustration. In some parts of Europe, purple is associated with death. In the US, the Purple Heart is one of the highest honours for bravery. So, there you go. The colour represents bravery and courage. Purple is unique and exotic. Some people love it and other people hate it. It's polarising. Visually, it's one of the most difficult colours to discriminate. It also has the strongest electromagnetic wavelength, being just a few wavelengths up from X-rays and gamma rays. So for this reason, it's the most dangerous colour. No, it's used in visual illusions, such as the Lilac Chaser illusion, which I don't know what it is, and they're going to show me, apparently. No? They're just going to talk about it and not have a picture. Oh, it's when you get an after image, and neon signs appear to move. The Lilac Chaser illusion. That's for another day. Oh, go! Oh, I pressed the button. I made it go away. Now I need to know where my history is. I don't know where my history is. That was... That was this, wasn't it? Oh, good old Scotty Otti in his brain there. I nearly lost us then. Nearly lost us. So, grape drinks. Yeah. Wine. Royalty. There you go. See? Purple's unique and exotic. So, additional factors can contribute to how a person perceives colour. Hey, kilobytes. See, my red button is for kilobytes, and that's gone on the 0 now. Now it's working again. Green for good kilobytes, red for bad, so that's how I feel. What does it all mean? That people perceive purple differently. So everyone's got a different feeling about purple. So there we go. Kilobytes back up. They just took a temporary drop. Because I'm monitoring them, I don't let them get away with it. I know it's happening. You know, because I'm monitoring it. Come on with your calm, relaxing. That was a bit heavy then. They can't get away with dropping kilobytes. I've got my eye on it. You chuffers. So that was purple. Purple is royal. It's exotic. It's brave. It's courageous. I thought that because they were talking about the psychological effects of colour, they were going to describe how it actually affected us. But they didn't. Maybe it makes us feel those things. I don't know. Right, next we're going for piss yellow, pissy pants yellow. The colour yellow can be bright and intense, which is perhaps why it can evoke such strong feelings. It grabs attention, but it can also be abrasive when overused. Colour psychology suggests certain colours are capable of evoking moods. So yellow evokes warmth, energy, brightness, and attention. Alert! Attention grabbing. It's the most visible colour. It's also the most attention-getting colour. Yellow can be used in a small amount to draw notice. It's difficult to read. Yellow is the most fatiguing to the eye due to the high amount of light that's reflected. So don't use yellow as a background on paper or computer monitors because it's going to be eye strain. Energetic. Yellow can increase your metabolism. It just says it. It doesn't tell me how. It's just conjecture. I mean, it might do. Maybe it's science. Frustrating. Yellow can create feelings of frustration and anger. I'm now in my mind, I'm picturing fields of golden corn, and I don't know why, but apparently people are more likely to lose their tempers in yellow rooms, and babies tend to cry more in yellow rooms, so just keep yellow, pissy yellow, horrible yellow away from me. Yellow is a warm, bright colour. It's often described as cheery and warm, but it will scare the babies. It's energetic and aggressive, complex, cheerful. You can't have cheerful as well as scaring babies. Apparently it evokes happiness. You want to be careful with it though. Old yellow. You can go too far. You can tip over with yellow. You can get a bit too much out of it. Used to have a yellow kitchen. You got tired of it very quickly. That's because it's making you cross. Happy and cross at the same time. Alright, interactive. Interactive. Which one do you want now? Black and white aren't actually colours. Black is all the colours mixed together to create like when you mix, that's brown. You mix all the colours together and you get brown. And then black is an absence and white is an absence of colour. White is pure light, isn't it? White is all the colours mixed together in a prism. Green. Alright. Let's go green. I think it's going to be good, surely. Surely green is going to be good. Do the colour. Do the chuffing colour, you chuffer. You could be watching Flat Earth British on Martin Gleeker's channel. Couldn't you? You could be watching that. Yeah, look, they're live now, you see. Look, they're live, the chuffers. Can you believe that? They know that we do Mental Health Monday every Monday at 8 PM GMT. So Martin's chosen to do his live so that I can't go and watch it live, so that I won't be in chat. Do you know what I mean? Cheeky fuckers. They've chosen to start using our time slot for their lives. You don't want to watch that. Don't watch that. Watch this. Green. Green. Arnam was superstitious about green. She was actually, yeah, she would never wear green. Research in colour psychology suggests that colours evoke psychological reactions. Green is nature, safety, envy and luck. Nature, safety and luck seem good. Envy doesn't seem so good, does it? I don't know why they put that in there. Green is calming. Shades of green help us to put us at ease in a new place. Designers often feature green in public spaces for that reason. A study found a green exercise effect. People who exercise indoors whilst watching a video about green outdoor spaces experience less mood disturbance and perceive less exertion than when they watch the same video with a red or grey overlay. So green is better. Green is natural. Some researchers think that positive association with green is hardwired into our brains from evolution. Early humans knew green in nature indicated a place where they could find water and shelter. That's what I was saying as conjecture earlier, but here it is as a study, the benefits of being green. Environmental Science Technology, 2012. Spending time in natural green environments or even looking at pictures of green scenery has been linked to stress relief and impulse control and improved focus. I go to the woods all the time. I actually go out in the woods. But yeah, I think because we're natural human beings, like I said at the start of the episode, I think some element of natural colours, natural nature, being involved in it, I think that's good for our mental health. Green is motivating. Your reaction to the colour green, your reaction to the colour green is highly personal. Experience as well as personal and cultural associations play a role in how it makes you feel. But the study said that it motivated them and that people felt a high need for achievement more consistently. The people that feel the need for achievement choose green over red. People that choose red, they also tick the box for a low need for achievement, whatever that means. Red's a stoplight, green means go, but it also means safety. Green is optimistic. It might elicit an optimistic bias when it comes to remembering information, one study found, after they presented people with different colours, words written in different colours, and they had to remember them. So write things in green and you'll remember it more. And finally, green is envious. No, chuff off. I'm not having that. It's just a phrase. It's just an expression. Where's my colours now? Where's my list of colours, you chuffer? There they are. So we're getting through them. We're getting through them. I'm going to pick one now. Blue. Can't be far off green, can it? It's very similar, really, isn't it? Look. That's purple. It's because the white balance that I've set on the camera for the green screen. So that looks purple, but pretend it's blue. We'll pretend. Just green it up a bit. And now it'll look, because I've taken some of the green out of the background for the green screen, right? Blue is stability, sadness, calmness, and productivity. So I don't know about sadness. That doesn't seem like a good one. Does it? Stability, okay. Calmness, okay. Productivity, okay. Sadness, Blue is often described as a favourite colour by many people. It's preferred by men, but that's just sexism. Do you know what that is? In Victorian times and before, pink was the male colour. Pink is the masculine colour. Pastel baby clothing, including blue and pink, were introduced in the mid-19th century and didn't become sex-specific until the 20th century. So pink wasn't always the girly colour, but it was a masculine colour. It says it here on CNN. But in the 1920s, it reflected masculinity. So it's just a social thing. It's just a social thing. Like, pink would have denoted a boy. And blue a girl. That is just pure historical context. Just the way you're taught when you grow up, what colours mean, what you see around you, what they say, how they dress you. And it could be argued he's wearing a dress, so maybe he's a girl. It's like funny like that, isn't it? Because these days we're going through the same spasms in society of like who can wear what. Well, we've gone through it. People can wear what they like. Some people like J.K. Rowling still haven't got their heads around it, but if you think I'm talking a load of chuff, that's the Samaritans 116123 for free. In America, it's Lifeline 988. Colour psychology. Our families dress their baby boys in pink. Asian families do it. See, yeah, it's different culture. It's different culture, isn't it? That's what it is. Blue's favoured by many people. It's viewed as a non-threatening colour. It calls to feelings of calmness, but it can also mean sadness or aloofness. People are more productive in blue rooms. More productive. But often it's used to denote, you know, blue sadness, blue blood, blue ribbon, I don't know. Sincere, calming, intense, inspiring. Calming and inspiring though. So it can't be all bad. You know, some people might like a bit of blue. Remember, it's your personal feelings as well that come into this. So it can be good. But if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like a change and your room is blue, maybe that's not the best one. So we've got red, brown, orange, black, white. We'll go with red because that's definitely a colour. And then we'll do with the ones that seem... Blue rooms make us look a little poorly. Yeah, they could drain our complexion, can't they, as well? That's true. The lighting, the blue lighting can make you feel a bit... I do like a warm light, I'll say that. Red. Right, red's a big main one. It's a big cheese. We all know this. Love, passion, anger and power. Quite striking. Danger and warning. Excitement and energy. Elevated blood pressure. Studies show being exposed to or wearing red can cause some of the following physical effects. Elevated blood pressure. Enhanced metabolism. Increased heart rate and increased respiration rate. I didn't know that. Red can literally get you going. Aggression. Seeing red is thought to be based on physical characteristics associated with anger, redness of the face and neck, elevated blood pressure. Dominance. This is weird. In the 2004 Olympics in Athens, competitors in 4 sports, boxing, Roman wrestling, freestyle wrestling and taekwondo, were randomly assigned red or blue clothing. In all 4 competitions, red-clad contestants won more fights. So that thing we said before about red sports teams doing better. Passion and desire. Power, and a word from very well. So we know what red is, don't we? Power and passion and dominance and get your blood going. So maybe if you do like red and red accents and things in your rooms that are red, maybe tone them down a bit. Because for our psychology, it's getting you going a bit. Maybe have a red coat for those busy days. But anger's seen as a negative, isn't it? Seen as a negative, so it makes your skin tone dusky. I wonder if you wore a pair of shades with a funny red tint, whether it'd make you angry all day. So now we're down to brown, orange, and these aren't colours anymore. Orange isn't really a proper colour, is it? Not a proper one. Not like a main one that everyone wants to be part of. Orange is a bit like, oh, isn't it? It's a bit like oh, what is it then? Energy, enthusiasm, attention and happiness. It's a bit of a blend between red and yellow. I don't think that's fair. I think orange, energetic, attention, happy, spirit. It's just a blend between the two. Autumnal, yeah, brown. It's looking more brown in places, isn't it? Beige, brown. Do you remember earlier we said that this colour behind me looked a bit beige brown when I did this? Lightened it up a bit. Orange. Sporange. Not having that. So pink is good for us, you know, decor-wise, in your house. Purple is pretty good. Bit of green is good. Blue can be okay. I want to stay away from the reds, the oranges. We're down now to brown, black and white. So brown, we just looked at that. Look, you see, it's the same as orange. But this one's got different words. Nature, isolation, security, strength. Okay, bit of stability. A sense of strength and reliability. It's seen as solid, much like the earth. It's associated with resilience, dependability, security and safety. Feelings of loneliness, sadness and isolation. No, we don't want that. In large quantities, it can seem vast, stark and empty, like an enormous desert devoid of life. Feelings of warmth, comfort and security, yes, we're quite happy with that. So maybe a little brown blanket or a nice pair of brown slippers. But like other dark colours, it's more associated with negative emotions, so maybe not. Brown in Feng Shui and in marketing not important. Brown, ugh. Stay away from it in terms of painting all your walls dark brown. Don't want to do that. Black and white. Let's do black and then finish with white then. Because black is like all the colour mixed together, isn't it? Or is it an absence of colour? Black isn't a primary, secondary or tertiary colour. In fact, black isn't on the colour wheel because it isn't considered a colour. See, it's all colours, or rather the absorption of all colours. Black absorbs all light in the colour spectrum. According to colour psychology, colour-related emotion is highly dependent on your personal preference, remember, but black can be mystery, power, boldness, but unhappiness. Unhappiness, grey, Positive associations, it oozes sophistication. Many people like to wear black clothes when they attend a fancy event. High-end brands like Tiffany & Co and Chanel utilise black in their logos. High society, it's long been associated with power, judges, tuxedos, credit cards. Negative associations, it's more clearly in language. Black magic, black ball, black hole, black-hearted, black mood. Nothing says bad guy like the colour black, although black is worn and preferred by people from all walks of society. So I'm not going to go with that. I think that's a televisual trope maybe that we can forget. Using the colour black in Feng Shui, I'm not interested in really. I know word from very well. So it's how you feel about it. Bold, brave or unhappy and imposing. Probably don't want to go painting your walls black if you're on a mental health booster. And finally, white. It depends on what you're painting. I painted the inside of my garden fence black. It made the fence disappear in the background. It makes the flower colours pop. Well, there you go. It can work. It can work for you to enhance the other things. So yes, that's true. Like the outside of the telly's black, but the inside's all the stuff that's happening, isn't it? So I don't know. The colour psychology of white, to finish us off. Emptiness, oh, that's not a good one. Peacefulness, good for meditation. Cleanliness, and innocence like a baby. A blank canvas. White represents purity or innocence. A bride used to wear it. Probably still does. White is bright and can create a sense of space or add highlights. Space is nice. We said earlier, didn't we? That we like space. Colour scheme to create space, yeah. Where's it gone? Where's my picture gone with the... That's a mouse. It's a picture of a mouse. Where's my fucking picture gone? I had a picture of like all is it this one? No. I had a picture of all just like a window, didn't I? And all it was on one of the websites. Alright, imagine a picture of a window. We do like a bit of space. Space is good for you. Mentally. We can't all get a bigger room, but we can add space or highlights by using a lot of white. Make it seem larger. It's also cold, bland and sterile, so don't go overdoing it. Spacious but empty and unfriendly. Hospitals and hospital workers use white to create a sense of sterility. Nice and clean. Bathrooms are probably good for that. Some of the positive meanings white can convey include cleanliness, freshness and simplicity. The colour white often seems like a blank slate, symbolising a new beginning or fresh start. On the negative, it can be stark, cold and isolated, so you've got to jazz it up a bit. You've got to jazz it up a bit, haven't you? I should have done that with the... Heaven's white, isn't it? And hell is red, not black, but red. So there you go. The colour that... The music seems to be appropriate now, though. Doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that seems to go. That seems to sound a bit white. So there you go, Mental Health Monday. An episode today where I hopefully have managed to do an episode. Not too much stuff that I have to chop out, and we can get that up on Mental Health Monday's channel and get another episode up on there, because it's been neglected, hasn't it? We haven't got a new episode up on there for a while. So a new episode for Mental Health Monday, which means tomorrow I've got to do some editing. I have actually got to get on the internet and do some chuffing. We're going to be going back to take down some of these febs, you know. What are they up to?
They didn't put up with no more shit. They came in and just fucked them all up, and they basically chopped all their heads off. So was the way of the French Revolution. But it didn't sort out all of their problems, did it? Because they just basically... they've had Napoleon. all them world wars.
So they're having a look at French Revolution. I wonder if that's Tartaria or if they're just talking about actual history today. I don't know. But I'm not going there to mess with them, am I? Look, they've got their own chat there, look. Flat Earth. I'm not going there, reset. I'll go there, I'll start talking. I thought I'd open the door to the shit room. When I started talking about them on our stream, I thought I'd open the door to the shit room doing that. But actually talking in their stream, that's being in the shit room and rubbing your feet in the mud and then treading it back in your own carpets. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. But they've chosen to go live on the same time as Mental Health Monday, the Chuffers. But there's a new one from Autodidactic as well. And what they've taken to doing is doing these hour and a half episodes. That's 7 hours ago, sorry. But this one's an hour and 16 minutes. Right, they've taken to doing these really long episodes, so I find it more difficult. I shouldn't tell them this, but I find it more difficult to crack into that and, you know, take it apart, because where'd you start? Do you know what I mean? And then there's another one by the king of the Chuffers. We've got, this is one that I really want to crack on as well. Melted Brick Study. Melted Buildings now, is it? Old World Ruins, that was one I was going to do. I could go back and have a look at some of these though, can't I? You know, I do 6 hour streams. Well, that's true, you know. I'll tell you what, I do 6 hour streams when it's Genshin Chuffing Impact. And the reason for that this weekend, and the reason why you're going to see a lot of Genshin Impact on our channel now, hello Nigel, is you're going to see a lot of Genshin Impact because I need to get those videos uploaded because I'm falling behind. So this week on the channel itself, we're going to see a lot of Genshin Impact videos upload. But we also want to be flying that Volocopter, don't we? What day is it tomorrow? Should we do, let's do John Levi tomorrow. Let's have a look at Melted Bricks. Maybe, or something like that. One of these. It means I have to watch one of their fucking rubbish videos. But maybe let's attack the big cheese, John Levi, tomorrow. Maybe let's give him a, let's drag him through the mud. Ha ha ha. Did you get my pun? Did you get my pun? Let's drag him through the mud. So maybe that, maybe John Levi. But really, aren't they chuffers? Do you know what I mean? Aren't they just an absolute bunch of chuffers? Like, Martin, bless him, has decided to go live on the day and time that we go live. Maybe they always went live on a Monday at 8 PM GMT. Maybe I'm just, you know, maybe they're always live on a Monday. But there's no way I can get in there and shake it up, is there, if we're live on Mental Health Monday? And it's not good mental health to be going here and looking at this. It's not good on your mental health.
Short book today about, is this, I'm not even going to insult by saying it's being drawn by a child, because some children are absolutely fantastic drawers. Picture of an angel between the 4th and 5th prayers, magic signs between the 8th and 9th prayers. So magic signs. Okay, let's check out some magic signs. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to turn you into a frog by showing you this or anything. Maybe you should call your husband or your wife or your partner or your dog. Maybe not your dog if you're going to turn into a frog, because you might get eaten.
I think they're the prayers, aren't they?
You'd eat a frog.
Aren't
Your cat. Would your cat eat a frog?
Aren't they the prayers?
Okay, get your cat if you got one. So what's that? A magic spell?
No, that's
like for angels.
That's the prayers themselves. It says here the pictures are between prayers. So the prayers are written in a language that you don't understand. 9 prayers, Aramaic. That's Aramaic prayers. That's not magic language.
Communication machine. And why are you looking like you might be like alien? Or
that's a picture of an angel.
So I can't make head or tail. I tried to work out 1 or 2 of them.
They're not magic signs. It says the language is Aramaic and G's. It says it there next to, just above my head. Hang on. Wait, let's move my head. Aramaic and G's. See, just above my head. Says what they are.
That a stone would crack it for me, but considering that's all made up.
Now the Rosetta Stone's made up.
So, picture of 2 angels before the first prayer, that's the other.
They're probably the magic signs there.
It's like watery bits. So, yeah, we've been thinking about water quite a bit, haven't we?
Looks like waves. I mean, we used the image of waves to depict water in our childlike drawings because we often see the sea mobile with those waves, don't we? You know, always moving the sea. It's always in motion, isn't it, with waves? But waves don't necessarily represent water. Like, they could represent other things like waves.
Split experiment in your heart.
Light waves.
Any of you done this double split experiment?
No, he's talking about light, the double slit experiment. I haven't done it, but I've seen it, and it proves that light is both a particle and a wave. It's part of quantum. It's interesting.
But I'm thinking something completely different goes on, because this book that I just read explains how we are manifesting, and at this time we are the manifestors, and we are the ones ushering in a new world. We're the messengers, guys. That book tells you.
So yeah, so they don't want me in their chat, do they? They don't want me in their chat. And I don't want to be in their chat. And the thing is, though, that when they do one of these great big lives, what we will have to start doing, if we want to take it, I have to do that, what I just did. I have to have it on live, and I have to analyse it bit by bit as it goes past, you know, me saying, no, that's bullshit, no, that's bullshit. You know, I have to be live doing it. And they know that I'm going to be here doing Mental Health Monday, so I can't do that. And then I'm not going to go back to like an hour and 15 minutes of just that, am I? But the other thing that I did notice is that chuffing Simon Dan, what Simon Dan would do is take what I've just done there and just cut it into a video and say, oh, look, they're at it again. This is the thing they say. No, it's not. It's silly. It's silly, isn't it? And then they say a thing. It's silly, isn't it? Right, that's all we've got time for today. 15 minutes of that. The end. And I take whatever's funniest out of their hour and just do a 2-minute debunk on it. 15 minutes. That's the way to do that. But yeah, we're not on that. We're not on that tip today. We're Mental Health Monday today. The cheeky buggers though, eh? Doing it when they know I can't get to them. Or maybe they just, maybe they know, you know, don't care. It did seem though that Martin went quiet after our videos series. Went a bit quiet, didn't he? Martin went a bit quiet after our Tartaria Uncovered and Body Language Breakdown. Do you know what's interesting as well is they both removed the videos. Martin Leake falling down. In the comment,
we are back.
Sorry, in the. Didn't I link the video in here? I should have linked the video. I didn't actually put the link, did I? I just did put the description. Should have put the actual link to the video, which is annoying for me. That is. I should have done it for 2 reasons. One, it's good practice. You know, it's good. Ethics, not ethics, you know, good behaviour, good etiquette to link his video what I'm talking about. But I've got it there, you know, it's there on our talk through, isn't it? But Jay did it as well. Her channel is called Future of the Past. Just doesn't that just doesn't make sense. Future of the Past, yeah. There she is in her van again. Oh my god, look, I haven't seen this one. There she is in her fucking van. I haven't seen her for a while. Just seeing her in her van makes me think, ugh. Look at you in your van. Jade in her van. But her channel, Future of the Past, she took down the Martin Leake defamation video. She removed it from the internet. I told her it wasn't going to serve her. It wasn't doing her any good to have that video on the internet, didn't I? Do you remember? I said it was a bad idea to have uploaded it in the first place. Well, now she's took it down. So no one could see that anymore. And she's gone a bit quiet. She hasn't done a new video since we ripped her last one. She's gone a bit quiet. That's alright for me. You know, she just shuts the fuck up. Doesn't make any more videos. I'd be happy. I'll be happy. Can even get her on the show to talk about, you know, how things have been. I'll pay people. If you want to come in this room and sit and be on my show, I'll pay you. So, you know, there's some ready money involved. But she gone quiet. She gone quiet. But Martin's back on it. Martin took a little break. He was feeling a bit off. He took a little break. Martin's back on it. Full force. And at the same time as we're broadcasting as well, the chuffer. So Martin's back on. So we've got maybe we get on Martin again, but I wanted to do John Levi next. He's next on my list of conspiracy nut jobs to make a little, you know, it's a rolling carousel of content, isn't it? Let me have a look at that and let's see I'm right about that. Ganja Kid YouTube. We've got Genshin Impact, that's playing computer games on Twitch. We've got flying a volocopter around London, which is actually really cool, isn't it? Flight simulator. It's both a game, but it's also geography. It's general interest, I'd call that. So that was fun. Type words in chat. You like that. That's a live stream. You like that. You come here. We do that together Wednesdays on YouTube. So that makes sense. Mental Health Monday. That's, yeah, we've got a variety going there, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4 videos on the trot, all different concept. 5th video, conspiracy theory, and then we're back round to Genshin Impact, flying, words in chat, indie game development documentary. Make sure you get a view on that. Make sure you have a watch on that. That's really worth watching. Conspiracy and mental health, Genshin Impact, conspiracy, Genshin Impact, word stream, Tesla's free energy. It's bordering on conspiracy, but it was an interesting science look at electricity stream. Genshin Impact. Yeah, we've got that variety going. Do you know what they like more than anything though? They like it when we talk about drama and people's feelings and whether she's lying and who say, you know, I should have done all that with the Amber's trial, shouldn't I? Amber body language and all that. So maybe I should filter a bit more of that in. But yeah, I personally like that carousel of content, but I am realising that it's starting to look like Battery Exhausted, and the whole thing I said about Battery Exhausted was that I ruined the channel by just making it all sorts of different stuff. And that if you want to be successful on YouTube, you only play Genshin Impact, and then people know that you're playing Genshin Impact, and if they come to your channel, they see a Genshin Impact video, and if they like that Genshin Impact video, they don't want to have Words with Friends or Mental Health Monday or Volocopter around London. They want more Genshin Impact. That's why they like that video. So, you know what I mean? I shouldn't do this variety. But it's the weirdest thing. At the top end of the scale, if you only did World of Warcraft and you were still just doing World of Warcraft, you live and die by World of Warcraft, and you need desperately to branch out and become a variety streamer. So I'm going to stick with variety. Words in chat is fun, but the delay makes participation challenging for Americans. Do you know what? I'll have to tell them. You are them. But I'll have to put a thing on stream. That's a fair point. I'll have to make sure everyone knows. Words in chat, advantage for British people. So it's not that British people are smarter. And also, there's another... Americans say colour, and we say colour, ra. So there's spelling differences as well. But... yeah. Also, what time is that? 2 p.m. GMT in America. It's 10 o'clock in Washington. That's not too bad. You're allowed to be up and brain active at that time, I suppose. Maybe I should change the time so British people, you know, for British people it's like midday, and for Americans it's like 2 in the morning, so you don't want to watch it. No, we'll just leave it as it is. 2 p.m. GMT we run at 2 p.m. on YouTube. That's the aim anyway. It's supposed to be tea time. It's supposed to be a sort of relaxing afternoon slot where we do 2 hours sessions finishing at 4 o'clock. But I've noticed that I start to build up viewers around that time, and I might be better off running from 4 till 6, say. You know, I might be better off running from 4 till 6 when more people get home from work and school, and do you know what I mean? I don't know what the good time is. Or I might be better off extending the stream to make them 4-hour streams to cover that time. So it's like 6 a.m. for California. You see, who wants to do words at 6 a.m? Don't even worry about it. It's just one for the Brits. Turn up and watch it if you like, but don't feel begrudged to, you know, successfully type any words at 6 a.m. I wouldn't. I'd only know one word at 6 a.m, and that's coffee. So yeah, you don't have, like, maybe some things are more British time zoned, but yeah, it's worth thinking about, isn't it? So that's what we're up to. We're trying to build this stream. We are building it. We've got a bit of an influx from our work on Tartaria. The Martin Leaker video and the Jade body language video, they got 1,000 views each. It was a real disappointing. Do you remember that? It was really disappointing for me. I have to take the rough with the smooth, because we got the most views I've been getting in a while, but the stream was really choppy because Virgin Media fucked up the internet. So when a lot of new people came to watch our stream, it was not very good quality streaming, which is a shame. The content was there, but the quality of what we were doing, like choppy. Now that's fixed and we've got a lovely computer. I've gone back to playing Genshin Impact and putting people off. But what my aim to do is, through this variety, is keep to the core things that we enjoy. Whichever game at the moment it's Genshin Impact. It won't always be Genshin Impact, I think. But, whichever game we're getting our teeth into and having a good go at. A few little indie games that we like to chuck in along the way. In fact, we're due an indie game stream, aren't we? We're due an indie game stream. A few little indie games. There's Graveyard Keeper. We did... I've got a really good indie game stream, actually. I've got a really good one for stream. I've got one lined up. That's coming this week, then. Keep a lookout for that. Look, comments. Martin Leaker's live in 30 minutes. Why not drop in? You chuffers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm happy with, though. What I'm saying is that we pick up some new people by covering a topic that's a bit out of our ballpark. Like, conspiracy theories aren't my thing, really. But I'm covering them a bit. And then I've learned about these people and I've started covering them a bit. And that brought in a different audience, didn't it? And they're not all going to stay in and be our fans, but we got a couple new people that may stay and be part of the crew. So maybe I should find a different topic and, let's start talking about a different topic again. After we've looked at flight simulating, Genshin Impact, and Conspiracy Iceberg, we'll revolve and start talking about something else, There's a lot of content left in Flight Simulator, Genshin Impact, and Conspiracy Theories, bear in mind. There's a lot of content left in them. So we will revolve that merry-go-round, and we'll start adding other things in and getting maybe, hopefully, different eyes from different places. If I can hit 1,000 subscribers this year, I'll be happy. 2 years to monetization. If we can hit, monetization and 1,000 subscribers is a big hurdle. It's a big landmark on the channel. So I really like it if we can get to that subscriber number. But that number is going up consistently. It's not going up massive every day, but it keeps going up. So that's good, Let's visit Capital K in a Velocopter. Yeah, exactly, we should do that. The Velocopter is good, isn't it? It's nice and calm, and we can have a good look at things. I'm happy, yeah. What I could have done is, when we got these bigger views for Martin Leaker and Jade's drama, I could have gone and turned into a bit of a drama channel. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. But I have to accept the views drop off a bit. People aren't that interested in Genshin Impact. Maybe the Genshin Impact people aren't as interested in conspiracy. Maybe I haven't got the blend right. It's calming and relaxing, is it? Calming and relaxing, is it? I don't know, but this week you're going to see a lot of Genshin Impact, and it's going to seem to be a week late because I've been getting behind on those uploads. So we're going to see a lot of that. I don't know whether I should let the video loose after the stream or before the stream tomorrow, but we're going to see a lot of that. We're also going to do, like I said, we're going to do, what's his name, John Levi, one of the Flat Earthers this week. We'll do one of the Tartarians this week. We'll fly the plane. We'll do Words on Wednesday, and then that will all lead up to a big Friday stream of this game, which is called Needy Streamer Overload. As long as I can, keep up with the idea, keep up, and don't need to take a break or what have you. This is what we're going to be playing this week. And I end up with having comments all the time, yeah. This is going to be, I do end up with having comments all the time. This is going to be a good fun game. It's a game, yeah, it's a game. And what happens is, oh god, it's on Nintendo Switch. It's going to come out on Nintendo Switch. Oh, it is out on Nintendo Switch in stock. Maybe I should buy it. Or maybe I should buy that. might buy that. Because I like having the odd interesting game in my collection, even if I don't play them on the Switch. I've got it already on Steam, so we're going to play it on the computer, but it's available on the Switch. I love the Switch. What happens is how would I explain it? You direct the streamer, which is funny because I'm a streamer, isn't it? So she's a streamer, and you tell her what to do, and you moderate her chat, and guide her, and then it leads to her success or failure, and what have you. And it's a short game. It's not. It's got lots of different endings. It's got lots of different endings. Where's it gone? So it's not. It's one of these indie games, one of these short, play it in one sitting stream games. So is it to get followers? How do you mean? Like, yeah, I suppose she needs to get followers in the game, and in real life, I need to get followers as well. But I like playing indie games because I like the variety and the interesting concepts behind them. But yes, I do want to get followers. And the goal of the game, yeah, it's not just me, it's her, yeah. The goal of the game is to make her a successful streamer, yeah. But also, it's about her mental health. So there's some different concepts that go into it. Needy Streamer Overload, it's called. So I've got that ready to play on a stream. So tomorrow is Tuesday, Tartaria Tuesday. Next day is Wednesday, Words on Wednesday. Thursday we might play this, or Friday we might play this. What was the one other thing I said we would do? Oh, flying. Thursday flying, wasn't it? So it might be Friday we do this. But really, Friday should be more Genshin. Where's my Genshin? How am I fitting my Genshin in? So you know what I mean. But yeah, for the sake of the channel and its carousel of content. And if you're ever watching this, if you ever happen to be watching this and you're new, go and have a look at this stuff. There's a lot of it. Carousel of content. Been doing it for a year and a bit now. Been getting better and better as we go. Played lots of different games. Talked about lots of different topics. There's always a good reason to browse down that and have a little look at it. There's even a playlist of all of the videos, all of the streams, pretty much. All of them. So it's worth a look. It's worth a look in. And with that, I'm going to wish you adieu. I'm going to say we will alight here for the evening. We'll adjourn here. Objection hearsay. We'll adjourn here for the evening. You have a good day. In America, you're probably more likely to have more of a day than I am because my day's on its last bit. Final comment from me is that this morning the dog learned to poo in the garden. Yay! Because my little dog, you don't like to poo in the garden. Did you know that? You know that. He likes to go out. It's 9 o'clock at night here. It's just getting dark. My dog likes to go out on a walk and do his poopies on a walk. So much so that he's declined the garden. Declined. Don't want to do it in the garden, Scotty. But Dad, but I want the doggy to do it in the garden because, it's easier, isn't it? That's his toilet, the garden. I don't want to have to go walking around the block every time you need the toilet. So, the garden is also useful for that. Well, the only thing is, good doggy, well, he woke me up at 6 in the morning, panting and fussing, and I knew what he needed. So instead of taking him out for a walk around the block at 6 in the morning in my underpants, I went down in my boxer shorts. I went down in the garden with him instead and stood out there and said, come on, do it for Daddy. Because I knew he needed it. So, he's going to do it in the garden, isn't he? He did. Thank God he did. Because usually he wouldn't. Usually he'd say, no, Daddy, I want to walk. Come on, I need a poo, I want to walk. And I was like, no, I'm not doing walkie. Daddy's in his underpants. Boxer shorts. Go and do it on the garden. And he did. I thought, thank God for that. Now I can go back to bed. But you can't come with me, smelly bum. Yeah, he did. So think good boy. But the negative is he's got the damn squits. So I'm not looking forward to tomorrow morning. And I'm probably going to have to go around the block now. So you be good, my little puckos. I'm on poopy duty instead of playing Genshin Impact. But we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. GMT for Tartaria Watch. For a little bit of Tartaria Watch. We'll have a look at what they were doing that we couldn't look at today, and don't you go looking at their live stream now. We'll look at it tomorrow, and then we'll do John Levi. The main thing tomorrow will be John Levi, latest video, melting bricks probably. I'll look at it beforehand to make sure that I've got something to say. And then we'll go from there. So you be good, my little puckos. You be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty.